They did establish a pretty good perimeter around the top of the amphitheater, like the last concrete step.
That's a great spot to have it.
But it was 20.
And
so you think having an employee milling around the area, the immediate adjacent area, in Terrell Farms was his name, but you think that falls below the standard?
yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, they should, you get out of here. Unless he is a principal witness at that point in time and they need to speak with him, he still shouldn't be right there. You, come here. You stand right here. Do not move from this spot.
Yeah.
Don't walk around. Don't pour water. Don't pour water on the surface, please.
Of the crime scene.
I beg you. That's a no-go.
Yeah.
So you don't want to, because you're introducing something into this now, and understand how I'm using this word. This is a pristine crime scene at this point in time, or should be. It's pristine in the sense that it's untouched at this point. It has not been processed. You want to take any element that you possibly can away from this. It's going to impact how any of those structures are set up or were left behind or whatever the case might be.
Well, I'll proffer that the guy walking around talking to those two cops grabbed the chair, set it up under the camera, took the cameras down, moved them, set them on the table, removed some object from it. We believe it's the SD card. That's his story. Removed something from the camera and then walks off. Does that fall below the standard to allow that to happen?
Can I play that on a loop? Yeah, that's...
I just wanted that on the record.
Yeah, that's on the record. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that would be below record, below the standard. Yeah.
Is there any, if you were the responding official on this scene and you got here right now, this is 9 minutes afterwards, and it's still somewhat pristine minus Waterboy over there. Once you begin to examine all the things you just walked us through, the chair, the ceiling, the canopy above him, the splatter, the area around it, and let's say someone also shows you the video, so you've now seen that and you know the shot came from up there. As you are looking out from the vantage point of Charlie, what are you most looking for at that time? Like what are the key elements that you want to take note of to try to solve where this may have come from?
I'm going to start concentrically and then work eccentrically. So I'm going to look at I'm going to look at those things in my immediate area and then extend out my field of vision incrementally. And again, in a perfect world, if I were like the sole guy that was there, I'd be saying, send every post-certified officer that you have available to my location. We've got to lock this thing down. Matter of fact, if there is currently a police academy class in session with cadets, send them out here. We'll direct them to set up a perimeter and face outward and don't let anybody through.
Was there ever a point where something like that happened too late, 40 minutes later or something like that?
They did establish a pretty good perimeter around the top of the amphitheater, like the last concrete step.
That's a great spot to have it.
But it was 20 plus minutes after.
Yeah. Well, again, going to playing devil, I don't know if I'm playing devil's advocate. It's just practicality. I've been out on cases before where, I'm sorry guys, there's some kind of cord or something here. There we go.
You good?
Hope I didn't unplug anything. Where we didn't have the ability, to cover and who nobody anticipates. You can go through all of the, through all of the emergency management stuff that they send you through, where you have critical events and you have mass casualty events, and you can, tabletop it is what they call. You go in and you tabletop all this stuff, but until it actually happens, you don't know how it's going to. How can you plan for this scenario? Well, you always try to plan for the very worst that you possibly can. It's almost like, containment, where you can always contract it. But if you ain't got the warm bodies, you ain't got the warm bodies.
Do you consider the SUV they took him out in as a crime scene?
Probably.
Is there valuable information you could glean from accessing that SUV?
again, back to Kennedy, it's not the same as a Kennedy limousine because that's where a violent act took place. It has value to me in that if I'm a law enforcement or crime scene person, I don't know any of these people in his group. I don't know them. And if I'm, working the scene, if I'm involved in this, my name's going on the report, I'd want to hold on to it until, let me see the vehicle. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Where were you seated? Where were you seated? What did you say? What were your actions? Did you remove anything? Is there anything we should be looking for in here? Now's the time to tell me right now because I don't want to get this thing and find something on the floor that you didn't tell us about. So there's a come to Jesus moment, where you're talking to everybody. Tell us what you did. And then it's at that point in time that they can either choose to retain it or, release it. But I'd have to... There's going to be photos taken. There's going to be photos taken of the scene to document it. If they cut it loose and send it back to from whence it came at that point in time, you document. You're never going to go wrong if you document everything.
Yeah. So we mentioned the necklace you thought should have been retained. What about that lapel mic he was wearing?
Yes, lapel mic.
Should be in evidence?
Anything on his body.
Okay.
It's a corpus delicti, man. I mean, it's the body of the crime. It is... How in the hell they don't have that mic, I don't know. And why they don't have that necklace, I don't know. I need it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss. I need it.
I mean, they're $100. Go buy another one.
I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember yesterday. Was it Parkland you were talking about where the jury got to go back and visit and they had preserved the area? So
Parkland High School, not Parkland Hospital.
Right. Yeah.
But
Oh, that's funny. That's a similar. That's a little.
It is, isn't it? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
It's not 33 years later, at least, but still.
No, yeah. And look, guys, I know, again, back to practicality here, okay? Parkland High School.
Right.
For those that don't remember, please look it up because it was a huge, just tragic event, mass killing in that school. That's a standalone structure where those events in that place were contained, okay? You ask anybody that works in forensics crime scene, most of them are going to say, I'd take, 10 indoor scenes as opposed to one outdoor scene because outdoor scenes are almost impossible to secure for a protracted period of time. But with Parkland, going back to that, and again, Idaho comes in here too because I've had my detractors on this. I don't really care because, with Idaho, I was so averse to them tearing down
Coburger.
Yeah. How long did they leave it up before they tore it down?
A couple months, I think, right?
Yeah, a few months, and the university bought it, and it was hurting people's feelings. So they had to take it down even before the thing had gone to trial.
He's upset about 2 months or 3 months, though, as opposed to 2 days.
They paved over the crime scene here in 5 days, right?
Yeah, that would really...
Does that fall below the standard?
Ask and answered. Yeah, actually, for me, and again, we can get into this. I have an idea as to how they probably documented the scene out there.
How would they do it?
Well, I think that probably a FARO system, FARO, is going to be in play here, which is a device that has been used with great success. It's, whereas in the past we would have taken hundreds of, images, right, from various perspectives. You just kind of follow the compass and you take macro and intermediate range and you take micro and all those sorts of things. We can't even begin to touch as mere mortals what a FARO system can do. Thousands and thousands of images. You've got this thing that's set up on a stand. It's spinning. It's got a mirror that's spinning in an opposite direction, and it's just snapping perspectives all over the place. Just voluminous.
Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.